Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I'm Corey,
And this is Woody.
Hi, my name's Adam.
and this is the UPE cast.
It's a big, it's a great world.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Corey.
How you doing?
I see that there's recording going on now.
Always record. That's the motto here in the studio.
I see. So, Corey, how you doing?
I'm all right. You have your ups, you have your downs, you have your all arounds. I'm fine. I just opened my first beer.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. What do you got there? Is that a Miller Genuine Draft?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes,
my.
it is.
Okay.
MGD.
MGD. That's what I've been doing.
Nice. What do you got there, Adam? That looks
Water.
like water. Is that tap water?
It's filtered.
Yeah.
Hydro flask, or what is that? What do you got there?
It is. It had little sea creatures on it to remember to save the planet, because that's what I'm doing. But it's just a water receptacle.
Mm.
Mm,
Are you in Mexico?
I am.
What's the dealio in Mexico? How's this thing, panning out down there?
Not well, I would say. The president here during the first weeks of all this decided that he didn't believe it, which is cool. So he started to he did have several tours, I guess, around the country, and he was like hugging and kissing babies. One baby in particular, which was quite gross.
What
Poor
was
baby.
gross, the baby or the way that he kissed it?
I'm no one to judge the way a toddler looks, but the way he kissed it, actually, it's worth looking up. If you looked up AMLO baby,
Is this a famous baby? Who is this?
no, he was doing this, I think, intentionally to just show Mexico that he wasn't concerned about coronavirus. So he's actually holding a child, like a toddler, and the mom is trying to take a picture, and he starts kissing the baby, but the picture is not taking. So he's like holding the kiss on the child,
Ew.
Oh.
and then at one point he actually kind of opens his mouth.
Oh.
What?
That's how the virus gets in.
Yep,
That's the Mexican kiss of death, I think, isn't it?
I believe you're right.
The gaping baby hole. El hueco bebé.
Very good. Nice Spanish.
That's what is physical distancing in Spanish?
Good question. I still have a problem saying it. Distanciamiento social.
Ah.
Distanciamiento. 6 syllables. That's ridiculous.
My feeling is in Costa Rica they would shorten that in fast order to, diso.
Dist.
El face,
Social dist.
And then are you with your wife together in the
I
same
am.
place, or so you didn't catch yourselves by default distanced?
No. The fortunate thing is, like, see, I'm in this storage room office. There's a broom.
Hygienic.
Been doing a lot of sweeping. But I would say the nice thing is that this is upstairs on the roof of our apartment building. And so we do get personal distancing Monday through Friday. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. Yeah.
I see.
We're fortunate here too. We have 3 stories. So I spend a lot of time in the basement while she spends a lot of time in the middle. And then we retire to our bedrooms in the top floor in the evening.
Very nice.
Yeah, you got it all planned out.
Well, it keeps us from stabbing each other in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 3 floors, where would you say the magic happened?
El Mágico. I would say most of the magic happens in the car.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah. Not the magic that you might be referring to, not the sexual magic.
Is it a hybrid car or what is that? What do you got?
I got a hatchback.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, 4-door hatchback. It's nice.
Ah, got soccer practice and stuff too. That's
very
good.
Canadian. Apparently, Americans don't like hatchbacks. Canadians, we don't care. We're not proud.
Practical.
Yeah, makes sense. It's like a station wagon without all the station.
It's a perfect quarantine car because you got to do your groceries in bulk. So, hello, there you go.
Hello. How does groceries, like, how does that work in Mexico? Like, what is that? How do you do that?
Well, grocery stores are still open if you want to go to the grocery store. I wear gloves and a mask every time I go.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I hate the whole experience. Actually, it's a little traumatizing. Just
lines and stuff. Like, what is it like going? Can you walk us through the whole experience?
Sure.
Without re-traumatizing yourself?
I mean, it's just going to the grocery store, so it's easier to speak about than to live. Put on gloves, put on a mask. My wife, we actually put together 2 lists. One where she goes to one section of the grocery store, I go to the other. We try to go as early in the morning as possible. And then we just frantically grab everything we can that we need.
Why frantically?
I don't know. I mean, my wife, she can be, sometimes she can be a little more, I don't want to say frantic because we're recording, but she moves quicker than me. How about that? And so we want to try to get in and out of there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, my partner goes into panic buying mode.
Okay.
Yeah. She went to the store, the pharmacy one day with her mother and came back with the oddest assortment of things that one would never need. Travel size Listerine as an example. She panicked and she froze and then she bought, right? So she's not allowed to go to the stores anymore. We just order and everything. Yeah.
Well, we had to start making grocery lists for ourselves. So we've never done that before because we would just go in and say, oh, maybe this and maybe this. And then, $300 later, we have our grocery shopping for the week. So then we started making a list. But last week I got kicked out. Well, not kicked out, but I was told, or we were told by the person, the bouncer, the supermarket bouncer, because at least in Toronto now we have bouncers letting people into the store. One person per household is allowed to come to do the shopping. So
same here.
Yeah,
we have bouncers at the door. Do you guys have the lines painted on the sidewalks indicating 2 meters? Yeah. Yeah. I took my partner's mother to the store. We were going to do some shopping and we got separated. And it was almost like it felt like immigration took a child away from her or something. Yeah. Like it was truly traumatizing. And I'm standing there watching her just fade through the door of the store going, I hope I see you again.
You did, I hope.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's weird being like in the store. Everyone's so conscious, which is good of being like physically distanced. But when you come around the supermarket, the aisle corner, and someone's there, and you like jump back from each other, it is a weird environment.
Do you guys have? There's always, at least in Montreal, there's always the Arab guy who walks down the middle of the aisle and doesn't give a shit. and is, just got a wide berth going on, and he's swinging his arms and he's grabbing stuff close to you and almost following you around the store because he doesn't give a shit. Like he's like, I got it probably, and it's your turn. Have you got that guy? We got that guy. Yeah. I only say he's probably Arab because I shop at an Arab supermarket, so I don't think that's xenophobic.
I didn't take it as much as such. No.
We have one-way aisles. The arrows on the floor, so it's a one-way street. You can't go both ways now.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the developed world. What a place.
No gaping baby kissing here. That's for sure.
No.
Don't Google gaping baby kissing now.
So I'm assuming then you're in Mexico City, is that right? Not to be creepy.
That's correct.
I'm assuming then food delivery is not as prevalent as it is here in North America.
So there is a service here which we started using a couple of years ago because we're lazy and privileged, as they say. But there's this one called Corner Shop. And so I think I don't know where it started, but it's become Latin America's home delivery grocery application of choice. So this week, instead of going through the traumatic experience of getting groceries, we ordered from Corner Shop.
Is this affecting work for you?
It is having a positive impact on my journalism career.
You want to expound on that a little bit?
I'm just gonna leave it out there. It's gonna let it hang there.
That's fair.
Just cryptic.
I'm gonna imagine it's because you don't like the people you work with, and this has been really nice to not have to go in.
Well, did you know that I quit?
Are you a freelancer now?
My bad. Yeah, I quit. I quit 2 years ago in April. 2 years. This is my 2-year anniversary.
Well, hey, happy anniversary!
Congratulations.
I'm a lot poorer than I used to be. But happier? Question mark. So yeah, as a freelancer, a lot of people have come to me in the last month and been like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" or "What's going on with?" I actually had to write. Mexico was just about to pass marijuana legislation to legalize marijuana.
Whoa.
So, for example, yesterday I had to write a story about what's going to happen to Mexico's legalization plan. 420, bro.
Right.
Taken off. It's just taken off.
Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah, I guess in short, I've gotten a lot of gigs in the last month because people want to know what's going on as a result of coronavirus.
How does that work as a freelance writer? Do you have like how does that work? Like people just email you and go write some shit about some shit for me? Like I don't understand that.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I pitch them stuff.
Oh.
So yeah, it depends. The couple that I'm working on now, this one research firm needed stuff done from someone who knows about the Mexican energy sector, which I do.
Yo, yeah.
Because that's my dream job. And so they needed some information about Mexico's energy world. And I provide that service for them.
Is it easier or more difficult to get a hold of sources now? Because everyone's around, right? So is it just call these people up and say, can I get a quote?
They have no excuse.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have a friend who does a guest chasing service, and she's like, it's so easy to book guests now on shows. So easy. You can't say you're somewhere else. You're not.
No.
Exactly.
I've seen people come up with, I have another Zoom call in 5 minutes. I've seen that float around to get off the phone. Because what do? You're on the phone for 30 minutes and then like, oh, I got to go. Well, no, you don't. You don't have to go anywhere.
Oh, that's good.
So I got my mom's calling on Zoom in 5 minutes. I've seen people float that around. That's the only thing I've seen.
This is tough though, because, I'm seeing a lot of the jokes that I made 10 years ago start to, come to fashion. Like I may or may not be wearing pants, or like, honestly, I've been starting every email in these difficult times for 10 years. Now everybody's doing it, right?
I do have now when you're writing emails to people, what is your coronavirus line?
Man.
Okay. You want to go first, Woody?
Yeah, I can do that. I usually say I hope you're staying safe, and that's it. That's what I say.
Good one.
You're staying safe, and then get into it. Corey.
Yeah, if I'm writing to a U.S. client, I start with sorry and then an emoji of a pumpkin. And then we go from there. If I'm writing to my Canadian colleagues, we don't need to say anything. We're cool. Do you sign off like with a stay safe?
I have been. I have been doing that. Yeah, I have been.
Isn't stay safe the thoughts and prayers of salutations, though?
It's empty. I feel bad about it. It doesn't mean anything.
Vapid.
What does it mean?
I feel like 30% of all of our emails don't. At least 30% of all our emails don't mean anything. Yeah. I hope you're well. You know what? Actually, I really don't care.
I hope this finds you well. No. Also, no.
Mm-mm.
Cheers is I'm drinking, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
Best regards. What does that even mean?
Should we start a new trend? Should we end every email until this is over with like a book recommendation? Instead of saying stay safe, hey, have you checked out Atomic Habits by James Clear?
I like that idea.
That's it.
I've always heard to write every email as if it's read angry to ensure that we couch things well. And I imagine, writing like stay safe, like,
like a Marine.
Yeah. Like I'm this angry dude, telling you, I hope you're well, maybe with a sarcastic tone, like read every email with a slightly sarcastic tone.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your eyes. Hope you're well. Stay safe.
It is getting a little I work in a school, so emails, the bombardment of emails is insane. And at first it was fine because it was new, and now it's too much. I think we need to change the approach. We need something else.
I'd agree. I mean, this is the 19th COVID. You think by now.
Where were the other 18? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I'm going to go back through my old email, see how I used to do this.
What about you guys? How has the coronavirus or COVID-19 affected your job?
You want to take that, Woody?
Yeah, sure. Teaching online now. So in terms of work, I think it's actually been great. I can stay home, sleep in. It's different, but at least Corey and I talked about this before. I'm pretty lucky because I can still work. I can still do it. It's different, but all you have to do is just do it online, and some challenges, but some things are easier too. So I'm pretty lucky there. So it's different, but I like it. I like it a lot.
No change here. Everything's status quo. I mean, that's, I guess, the thing about being somebody who works from home, self-employed, and an introvert. I'm kind of like this. I'm living. This is it. Right. So, and if nothing else, our business has increased. So I think we're pretty pleased about that. But yeah, I guess other than that, the part where I went outside to do shit's the only thing that changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't feel a lot of urges to go out. Like I like being home. I like this.
Wait till the weather turns, like really turns. That's when it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah. It snowed today.
Yeah. It's easy to sit in like cold sleet and go, see, I don't even want to go outside. Well, no, of course you don't. It's shitty out.
Yeah.
Wait till it's warm and there's the sun and there's like patios and you'll be like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So Adam, you posed a question earlier this week. You said, would you rather be quarantined in a place where you're warm inside but it's cold outside, or I'm assuming your situation where it's sunny all the time and you're just looking out at it? So
beautiful and sunny every single day. Because it's dry. It's also dry season. So yeah, it's actually it started raining last night. Is the first downpour of the nascent rainy season. And nascent or nascent? Anybody know?
I'm going to go with nascent, but I'm Canadian, so I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, the rainy season might have started last night, and I was thrilled. I hope it rains every night for 4 hours, so I no longer have the temptation to, or just watch painfully as another beautiful sunny day.
For the listeners, you can't see, Adam is simulating a sunset with his hands. Well, this is what week 5 feels like.
Here goes.
Is that what that is? Mm-hmm. Have you picked up any good habits and bad habits? What habits have you acquired?
Do you have a list of questions? These are good.
These are good questions.
Usually I would ask self-reflection in the morning, so I'm going to ask Adam now. These are my questions for myself.
Have I picked up any habits?
You reading more? You, I don't know, meditating? Smoking? I don't know.
Smoking what?
Take that where you want to. You're writing the column.
I have been writing a lot. Been writing almost every day. Because what else am I going to do? I've got plenty of time. I have not been reading as I thought I would read a ton, and I'm simply not. What about you?
No, same. I thought I'd be reading a lot too. I haven't been reading much at all. I don't know what that is about. Too much time? I don't know.
Too much sadness.
Too much sadness?
That's me. I've been writing a ton. I've got various journals for various times of day now. So here's my morning entries.
Okay.
And here's my midday feelings. And here's my afternoon jour. And here's my, sketches in the evening. And yeah, it's great. I bought a little, like a tiny wooden desk because I saw the Dickinson show that on the Apple TVs. And I'm like, gosh, I could really use a tiny writing desk. And I got one, and I'll be damned if I don't use it all the time. Like to have a dedicated surface that the only thing that goes on it are, paper and pen. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Nice.
We clickety clack all day and we stare into screens. Do you guys have do you have pens and paper? Like, do you sit and do you ever like write with your digits and shit?
Cursive?
I also really enjoy the handwriting.
Do you write cursive? Yeah. Do you write cursive? I don't write cursive. I don't think I could anymore.
No.
Do they teach that to the Utes?
No.
Uh-huh.
It would suck.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's like for you guys, but when I moved a couple years ago, I was compelled to write a check. And I had to throw the first 3 away. Because it's like, I kept screwing it up.
Oh my God. When we moved here, the landlord here only takes checks, which is, I find odd in this time. So I'd never written a check before. We had to buy checks. It takes at least in Canada, it takes 2 weeks for them to get mailed to you. It's a very bizarre experience. And I had no idea how to write a check.
Now I want to flesh out my story because it was my landlord that wanted 12 rent checks. Right. And by the time that I actually completed the first one, I handed it to him and said, "This is the last check I'm writing you." I'm not doing this. This is ridiculous.
No.
Corey, you're in Quebec, right?
I am in Quebec. I'm in Montreal. Moved here a couple years ago. I'd been going back and forth between Pura Vida and then doing summers in Montreal. And then I met my special lady friend, and it got serious. So we started kind of snowbirding back and forth, and then finally decided I'll go ahead and repatriate here. So I'm still a card-carrying Costa Rican resident, but also a full-time Canadian again. It's a pretty nice balance, the two.
Do you go back to Costa Rica often?
Not as much as I'd like. I haven't been there in a bit. The last time I was there was last fall for a while, maybe 6 weeks or so. But yeah, you kind of, something happens here. You get busy and you do others. I travel a lot for work, or at least I used to. And so the travel bug, you don't really have it as much. And I always find like Costa Rica is such a, boy, you're just spinning down the toilet when you get there. It takes a while to kind of get back out of that flush. So I'm always careful not to spend too much time and attention on Pura Vida, because I know that's going to be a 4-month suck of my life.
That's a good way.
I'm going to go down there and I'm going to spend the first month finding decent internet. I'm going to spend the second month not giving a shit about the internet. The third month, I'm going to start growing a beard, go off the grid. And by month 4, people are starting to worry and it's time to go home.
Yeah. The Tonya bottles are piling up.
Yeah.
And that's it. The beer's out and the beard is out.
Did you hear, fellas, I was just speaking to some friends in Costa Rica, and they're all on whatever we call this. I don't know what we call it. It's not lockdown. It's not isolation. It's not, I don't know what we call it. We need a word. We need a branding company to come up with a good word, like Dasani or something. So we're all in Dasani, and apparently there you can't buy booze. The booze is closed.
In Costa Rica?
Yeah, almost like it's like an election. You go to the grocery store and all the booze is blocked off. I'm like, you can't do that. I got a friend, he's gonna start making chicha.
You're kidding.
Isn't that weird?
Wow. That's shocking, actually. Can't believe it.
As an alcoholic, I can tell you that's dangerous.
That is.
Yeah. It wasn't just for Semana Santa. This is permanent or temporarily permanent?
No, he made it sound like every time you go to the store, you can't get anything. Now it's going to the Colombian black market. You got a UPE on the old doors. Get it done.
Okay.
That's what they say.
That's what we should call it. We're all in UPE.
Yeah,
that's nice. Because we're literally at the end of each other's lanes trying to get each other's attention.
That's
nice.
true.
I like that. UPE.
And we have to put bars in between us. Like not drinking bars. Prison bars.
Remember bars?
I don't.
Oh, God. Bars are good. Your hair looks good, Adam.
Does it?
Look good hair, yeah.
Did shower.
Have you?
Did not shower today.
It's all right.
Did it?
I had to shower today because I can't speak for you guys, but there's a moment where you can't stand yourself.
No.
I can't do this anymore. Let alone the people around me. Like, just to me alone. It's like, this is getting bad.
What's the longest stretch you've gone in this UPE without showering?
UPE days are hard to count, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I showered today, but I may not have.
They all blend together, to be honest with you. I think it's 2. Every other day, pretty much. It's the longest. I've been pretty good. I feel like since I'm still working and have to face my students at least,
right.
I feel like I owe it, as if they could smell me through the computer, but I feel like they can. So
you don't do just like a little wet wipe across the old face and get this day going?
Well, you don't have to see the bottom half, just the top half looks somewhat put together, but there's some magic going on down there.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I'm Corey.
And this is Woody.
Hi, my name's Adam.
And this is the UPE cast.